Hello, my name is Tiara Sergeant, and I'm here with the Multimedia Project for NABJ, and today I'm interviewing Symone Sanders.
Greetings.
How are you doing?
I'm well. Thank y'all for having me today.
So you've been very active this morning with NABJ. You've been going to the sessions, you moderated. So can you tell me about your experience thus far?
Yeah, so this morning I was fortunate enough to participate in the Newsmakers Plenary. Myself, Mark Morial, the First Lady of New York, Shirley McCrae, and former State Senator from Ohio, Nina Turner. So we had a really great, engaging conversation about the state of politics, the state of media in relation to politics, what journalists could be doing or should be doing, what our advice is to journalists. Although as a press person, I'm very hesitant to tell the reporters what to do. I know that's not what I'm here to do. Sans what the people in the current White House might make you believe. So I had a really great time, and then I did a breakout session talking about the relationship between folks on the communication side of politics and the press. And then for those folks that want to transition from being a reporter to maybe getting into politics, what does that look like? And also for folks who have been in politics and maybe want to be reporters. So we had a really, really good, engaging conversation with lots of friends. Sean Connor from Uber, Kiara Sergeant from the Education Workforce Development Committee. She's the communications person over there. Beth Link from Planned Parenthood, and our moderator was Lee Wack, who's with the Philadelphia Post.
Okay, great. So it sounds like you had a great time.
Yeah, I had a really good time.
Good. So there's many millennials here at this convention. NABJ right now is composed of about 40% millennials. So what advice could you give us to conquer this convention head on?
Well, as a fellow millennial myself, I would encourage the other millennials, my millennial friends, to just really take advantage of the opportunity. If there's so many people have come up to me, someone came up to me last night and said, I saw you in Atlanta at the DNC thing, and I didn't come up, but I want to come up now and just say hi. I had a really great conversation with a young lady who's in communications over at American. So I think that millennials need to just conquer the space. If there's somebody that you want to bump into, Al Roker's running around here, run up on Al Roker. But ask questions in these sessions. I think this is the time to build, to get better, to create relationships, because we know this work is all about relationships. And I think NABJ is one of the perfect places to build new relationships.
Definitely. And so what made Bernie Sanders' campaign so unique is that he was able to engage millennials like myself. So what were some challenges you faced being his spokesperson last year?
Oh my goodness, some challenges I faced as a spokesperson. Well, a personal challenge that I faced is that folks literally thought that was my first political job ever.
Wow.
And so, I definitely experienced people trying to tell me things as though I wasn't knowledgeable, and I had to reclaim my time often on the campaign trail. But in terms of relationship with the media, I think some of the challenges were really just being able to break through. Bernie was not covered widely early on, and we really had to struggle to get people to catch on, to write about the fact that we were getting 15,000, 20,000 people crowds, to write about our comprehensive criminal justice and racial justice platform, to write about our immigration platform, our environmental platform. So I struggled a little bit. We had to get really creative and get our message out there early on, because the mainstream media, cable news wasn't necessarily covering it. So that's why millennials and social media was so important. Bernie was able to take his message directly to the people. We sparked a political revolution. We created this movement of people that continuously shared information outside of the mainstream media channels. Like now, Bernie Sanders is a regular on your Sunday morning shows, but that wasn't always the case. And so we had to do a little grunt work to get to the point where Bernie is now.
And like you mentioned, you are not a one-time person. You've been a vocal advocate before. So recently you've been a vocal advocate for Kaepernick. And so can you talk about your thoughts on how the media has covered his story and stories like his?
Absolutely. So as we know, Colin Kaepernick is still remains unsigned by any team in the NFL, and I think it's absolutely egregious. And it looks as though it's a punishment for him taking up the platform and just kneeling, bringing awareness to the fact that black people are literally losing their lives in the hands of police custody in places all across this country. And it's an issue we should be talking about. And so I am part of a group of young leaders, young millennial folks who have come together to put together a rally to bring awareness to this, and also start a non-violent direct action campaign targeting the NFL. So we are rallying August 23rd right outside the NFL headquarters in New York. And I think it's important because the sports media has absolutely covered this. You've had lots of commentators that have weighed in on it. Dave Zern has a piece in The Nation today. He's the sports editor for The Nation. It's absolutely amazing. It really lays out the issue. But mainstream media hasn't necessarily covered it as well. You know, it's been a footnote. And it's been solely covered as a sports related issue, sports related topic up until now, when I think it's so much bigger than Colin Kaepernick. This has cultural implications, it has political implications. This is about, what America was founded on. We gained this country via protest. Protest is the most American thing possible that we could do. And so I think that it would behoove a lot of mainstream media outlets to start to cover this in a different way. And that is partly part of the reason why we're, getting involved in this rally. I think we're going to bring some new eyeballs. You'll have folks like the Bleacher Report, folks from ESPN Sports Center, Dave Zern, of course, from The Nation. But you'll also be able to have some folks from CNN and MSNBC and NBC, journalists, Essence, who noted that they're coming out to cover the rally, who will come out and cover this, and you'll get different angles and various vantage points. And I believe the media knows how to do their job. So we'll see a number of stories talking about this from different angles, and I think that's what we need to keep the conversation going.
And so can you tell our viewers when the rally is and also how they can follow you on Twitter?
Yes, so the rally is August 23rd. It is in New York City at the NFL headquarters. If folks want more information, they can go to www.wevote365.org.
Okay.
It's www.wevote365.org. That has all the information about the rally.
Okay.
If you want to follow me, I am on Twitter at Symone D. Sanders, Symone with a Y. D is in dynamic, and it's been great chatting with you.
You too. Thank you for having me.
Thank
you for coming.
Thanks for having me.